So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an archaeologist, and I wrongly figured out when I was in high school that they had already discovered everything that was important, so there was nothing left to be done. So I really went to college without much direction, and somewhere in my, I think maybe my second year of junior college, I decided that I liked business subjects. So I went to school and became a business teacher. And in the course of taking the classes for that, I took business law, and I fell in love. And that's pretty much how I ended up turning to law as a profession. So I think it's really hard to say there was any one person, because so many people contributed to my success in this profession. But if I had to select one, I would start with Judge Peter Fay on the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. I had the good fortune to clerk for him after after I graduated from law school, and he really demonstrated everything that is good and right about being a member of the judiciary, and so I strive every day to try and emulate him. Well, I think some of the most outrageous things happened to me probably when I was on the bench in the felony drug court division, but that was not early on in my career. Early on in my career, I was at a deposition with two other male lawyers. One was opposing counsel and one was defending another defendant in the case. And I made an objection to a question asked by opposing counsel, and he began to laugh and told me he thought it was the most ridiculous objection that he had ever heard. And of course, as a young lawyer, I was mortified. And the male lawyer, who was also defending another defendant in the case, joined in the objection. I think one, to kind of counteract the circumstance of the opposing counsel, and also to make me feel a little bit better. And several years later, I would hear Judge K.L. Lee say, "Never call another lawyer's statement ridiculous, even if it is." Okay, so my horoscope sign tells everyone that I worry a lot, and I certainly worried as a young lawyer about how to practice and whether I would be successful. But I think if I could tell myself back then, I would say, don't worry. You know, with hard work, perseverance, dedication, you really can be successful. Well, I think I've been very fortunate to be assigned to divisions where you really feel like you make a difference. Whether you do or not, I guess, remains to be seen. But both in the juvenile delinquency division and also in the felony drug court, they were very rewarding assignments. Didn't know anything about either one of them when I went in, but came out feeling like I had contributed to make a difference. And I still sometimes get letters from some of the juveniles that I had way back in the 90s who are now adults, and some are doing well and some are not, but they stay in touch. Well, I was really surprised when Judge Tobin Singer called me and suggested that there was a program and that I was being included in it. I came here last year when Judge Taylor was recognized for being the first African-American woman judge on the circuit court. She and I and Judge Howard Zeidwerk had our investiture together. So we all go back to 1991 when we all came on the bench. So I'm very honored to be in the second group of people that are being recognized. I'd just like to thank the Broward County Bar for taking the initiative to recognize not myself, but so many of the other people who deserve recognition for their accomplishments in our profession.